Imagine yourself adrift in the quiet country of the mind, where thoughts do not march in straight lines, but drift like mist over a sleeping lake. Here, in the center landscape, ideas rise and fall without urgency, overlapping one another the way distant echoes overlap in a canyon. A memory of childhood brushes against a half-formed plan for tomorrow. A fragment of music entwines with the scent of rain that hasn't fallen yet. Nothing is fixed. Nothing demands to be chosen. You are everywhere at once and nowhere in particular, suspended in a soft, luminous cloud of maybe. This is the wave. This is the state physicists call superposition, though they dress it in mathematics and cold instruments. But you know it intimately. You have lived inside it every time your eyes stared past the window pane and the world outside dissolved into a watercolor blur. In those moments, your mind is not a single point of focus, but a wide, rippling field of possibilities. Every path you might take, every word you might speak, every version of yourself you could become, they all exist together, gently interfering with one another, creating patterns too delicate to name. You are the electron that has not yet decided which slit to pass through. You are the photon that is, for now, both here and there, both particle and wave, both yes and no. And then a voice calls your name. Not a loud voice, perhaps only the quiet pressure of another person entering the room, or the soft weight of a question hanging in the air. But it is enough. The spell breaks. The mist gathers itself into a single drop. The cloud condenses. In that instant, the wide country collapses into a narrow road. The 1,000 overlapping futures sharpen into one spoken sentence. The shimmering field of potential becomes a single, solid sound rolling off your tongue. Clear, undeniable, located in time and space. What was diffuse and dreaming is now precise and real. The wave has become a particle, and the particle is the word you speak aloud. This is the collapse. This is the moment the physicists call measurement, though they perform it with detectors and screens, but you perform it every day, countless times, whenever the world reaches in and asks you to be definite, to answer, to choose, to appear. And the strangest part, the part that should unsettle us more than it does, is how effortlessly we accept the transition. We hardly notice the violence of it. How an entire universe of inner possibilities is sacrificed so that one small outward reality can be born. We drift in superposition for minutes or hours, luxuriating in the freedom of not yet decided, and then, in a heartbeat, we surrender it all for the sake of a single coherent sentence. Yet without that surrender, nothing would ever be said. No love would be confessed, no promise made. No story told. The wave must break upon the shore of the world if anything is to reach another heart. So we live in this rhythm. Expansion and contraction, dream and declaration, wave and particle. We dissolve into the possible and then gather ourselves into the actual. We forget ourselves in reverie only to remember ourselves when called upon. And in that forgetting and remembering, something extraordinary human happens. Meaning is born. The quantum world and the inner world are not as far apart as we like to believe. Beneath the apparent solidity of tables and chairs, beneath the apparent continuity of self, the same dance is taking place. Everything hovers for a time in the country of maybe, until the gentle, inevitable act of looking, of speaking, of being seen brings it into form. So the next time someone calls you back from a daydream, do not resent the interruption too quickly. They are not merely pulling you into the ordinary. They are enacting an ancient ritual. The collapse of infinite inner worlds into one shared outer one. They are asking you to turn the wave of your becoming into the particle of your being, here, now for them. And when you answer, when the words finally come, listen closely to what has happened. A universe has quietly chosen itself just so it could speak to another. That is the secret the physicists chase with their equations, and the secret the poets chase with their silences. Reality is not something that simply is. It is something that arrives in the moment we are willing to be seen. So drift when you can, let the wave carry you. But when the voice comes, when the world leans in and asks who you are, do not fear the collapse. Open your mouth, let the particle fly, and trust that somewhere in the wide country you leave behind, the wave is already forming again, waiting, shimmering, ready for the next unspoke dream.